one of the highlights, if you will, was this feeling that there's nothing set in stone in terms of what is GCE, but it's something that evolves and, kind of emerges from dialogue. When you work together with other people who have the same kind of commitment, it's not only refreshing, but it makes you feel that you're not alone, right? Because I think that especially a lot of teachers go through this feeling of loneliness because they have to deal with so many things inside and outside of the classroom, right? I felt like, from that interaction at that time, you are within a group of people who have the same vision and the same heart.
The biggest thing that I got from this conference is the hope and joy and excitement. And it's not like a fluffy thing. It's more like really practical. Like I have the hope now and I know what to do next. So that was the biggest takeaway from this conference. I was so happy to be around my allies in this conference.
A couple of realizations is one, of course, like the curriculum, the textbooks, the teaching methods, all of that is important in this approach, but also that beyond that, also intangible things such as the care that a teacher has for their students, the compassion they have for their students, the relationship they have with their students is also just as important, if not more important, than the curriculum and pedagogy, in my opinion. The attitude or that culture of care, I really do feel is a really important aspect of the foundation. There's a quote I read from Daisaku Ikeda today. I believe it was from his 1996 address at Columbia University. He shared that it's not lectures that change people's lives, but it's people that change people's lives. So it's important to have a strong curriculum and lesson plans and projects, but I also realize my own attitude, my own behavior, my own interactions with the students, my own conversations, the relationship I build, the efforts I do to support students who are struggling and get to know them. All of that I think is really important.
Two things that come up quite significantly since yesterday is the culture of care. We were talking about how the focus is always to never give up on the students, no matter what the circumstances may be, which is foundational to a value-creating education. That's one. And the second part that I felt was about value-creative dialogue. Value-creative dialogue has a deep intent to create value from that particular circumstance or situation, to a point where even two parties, when involved in dialogue, if one of the parties is not ready for dialogue, we can still create value depending on the person's intent. So it's always to bring out the best in each other.